Hi. Oh, just getting my phone, sorry. Okay, so today, because we've had lots of storms, I thought we would do some thunder yoga. Or my session is thunder yoga anyway. Quite a lot seated in this. Actually, it's all seated. It's all seated. So we're going to be down on the floor a lot. So if you're going to need anything in between your knees, under your buttocks, your tailbones, cushions, things like that, just get them and use them. We're going to probably be on our knees like this for a bit. And one of the things that you can do is put a cushion or even a rolled up towel or blanket just behind the knees so that you sit down like that. And that just takes the pressure off the knees if you can't get all the way down. And as well, if you feel like you're going to feel it under the legs there, you can just get a cushion, just have it like that, and that will take any pain or pressure away from this bit here. So I'm just going to tip this screen back, sorry, just a little bit, so you can see the top of my head. I'm just going to come into this pose here. So this is actually Thunderbolt pose. Your feet together and out behind you, your toes pointing away. We're going to rest our buttocks down onto our feet. Back is nice and straight, nice and tall. Pop your arms out in front of you, palms up, shoulders down. We're just going to look straight ahead. Just going to be in this pose. About 10 breaths, nice and tall and strong. And obviously, if you breathe faster than me, you won't be in this position as long. And if that's the case, just kind of relax your arms, but stay in this position. Okay, once you've done your 10 breaths, we're going to have our arms by the side. And we're going to inhale. We're going to bring them up. We're going to just stay here for about 5 breaths. So again, try and keep your back nice and tall. Your arms here. Shoulders are back and down. So your shoulder blades are kind of heading towards each other. So if you were doing that with your arms and dropping your shoulders down, but obviously your arms are up here. The next pose we're going to do, we're going to come up onto our knees. We're just going to bend forward and lift our arms up. So we're dropping our forehead to the floor. And again, we're just going to hold this here, making sure your shoulders are back for about 5 breaths. Then we're going to put it into a bit of a sequence. Relax down. Now, I'm actually going to put a cushion under my feet because I went to the beach today and I was walking on some of the sand, you know, and it goes that lumpy, bumpy way when the water's gone out. My feet are a bit sore. So I'm going to keep the cushion there just to help with my toes. Okay, so we're going to put this now into a flow, so into a bit of a vinyasa. So we're going to start here. We're going to take a full breath in the first position. So in, out. On the next in-breath, we're going to bring our arms up and to the side. So, and then as we exhale, we're going to rise up and lean over like this. We're going to take a full breath here. And as we inhale, we bring our arms back, be back in the first position. We're going to do this 6 times, just going through. So do it in your own time with your own breath. So here, 1 full breath, in and out. Your in breath, your out breath, full breath, and then your in breath. And then start again. Okay, so when you're ready, in your own time. Focus on your breathing. She'll be kind of on 5 or 6 now. Yeah, just relax your arms down by your side. Okay. Here, I'm just going to lean over. So we're still in this position. I've still got my cushion because I need it under the feet. Just going to lean forward and walk the hands in front of us. And then just drop down. Try and keep your buttocks as close to your feet as you can. But if you do need like a cushion or anything in between, that's fine. Just kind of ease yourself into the stretch. You could also have a block here. If your forehead can't get down to the floor and your buttocks lower, you could have a block to help support your head. Okay, just walk your hands slowly back up. We're going to go into hero pose. So we're going to keep our knees together. We're going to bring our legs to the side. So we're going to open up our feet, keep our knees in, and then just drop down in between. Now again, if you can't get your feet out and your buttocks in between, just sit on a cushion, or a good one for this, it's probably a block because it's sturdy, you're not going to sink. So get knees together, you're going to drop down. You can even have the block up there if you need to, so you can sit like that. You can have the block lower, or if you can get your buttocks in between your legs, you're just going to sit on the floor. From here, just going to have our hands on our knees, and again we're going to be tall. I'm just going to lift my block up. My knees are feeling it after all the walks I've done recently. Pop your hands out in front of you, just on your knees. Just going to be here. So with your feet, the outside of your foot, which is actually on the floor. So if you can see mine, the reason I'm sitting this way is so that you can see. So it's the outer edge, which is on the floor. And you get a stretch along and into the thighs. And if you try and stay up nice and tall, you get a stretch, a little stretch in the hips as well. Obviously, if your buttock is lower, you're going to get more of a stretch along the thighs. Now, we're going to go into reverse hero. So ideally you would be with your body laid flat against the floor. That's the full pose. I can't do that. So we're just going to take it back. So I'm just going to go back as far as you can. So if you're kind of here and this is all you could do, that's fine. If you can get your hands behind you and lean, that's also fine. If you can get down onto your elbows, that's also fine. We're just opening up and stretching across the shoulders. This will also give you an increased stretch here. And the hope is, when you are more flexible, once your muscles have all started becoming very flexy, I mean, it probably takes a very long time, you will be able to get further back so that you are laying down. If you were actually in the yoga session, you could do it with lots of support with the teacher there to guide you through it, but obviously we're doing it on YouTube, so it's a bit difficult. Okay, come back up. Just lean forward. Push up onto those knees. Or just feel those feet. Or stretch one out behind you. Back in. Stretch the other one out behind you. Bring it back in. Okay. We're going to go onto our buttocks now. I'm going to sit down and go into butterfly pose. Now again, this is another one of those that you might want a cushion underneath your bum to help keep your tailbone up, or if you find it difficult to support your legs, you can have a cushion underneath to give your knees a bit of stability. But if you pop your feet together and try and drop your knees down as close to the floor as you can get them, we're just going to sit up straight, so we're nice and tall, and then just relax your arms over. Keeping yourself nice and tall. If you just touch your thumb, index finger together, close the middle of the ring finger, and have the little fingers pointing out. Just going to be here for about 10 breaths. Now you can close your eyes. Just focus on that breathing. Remember to stay tall, engage your core, stay nice and tall. Okay. Once you've done your 10 breaths there, just release your arms down. Just lean over and grab hold of your feet. Just pull your feet in closer to your body, and then cup the toes. And really push those knees down as much as you can, but don't cause yourself any pain. But what we're going to do is we're going to push them down as much as we can, and then we're just going to try and hold it. Now you might need to use your elbows to hold it in position if you can. And if it's too much, just release them, just have them just loose and then just sit in this position. But if you can lean over and really push those knees down, then that's where we're just going to be just for a few breaths. Really opening up that groin. Okay, sit back up. This time we're going to take our hands behind us. Now we can either have them wide or we can have them in so they're in line, kind of more with the hips. So they're either kind of more in line with your knees or they're more in line with your hips. I'm just going to walk them back a little bit so that we've got a bit of an arch, like a backwards arch. Then we're going to open up, so we're going to push up and just drop that head. So we're pushing those shoulder blades together and dropping those arms down. And again, we're going to try and focus on separating the legs. Try and keep the neck as relaxed as you can. If you need any blocks or any supports under your knees, that's absolutely fine. If this is too much on the legs, just relax them back up a little bit. That's fine. If not, we're just still here. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Slowly walk back up. Bring your knees together. And then just hug yourself. Oh, closing that gap. Closing the groin over. Bringing those knees into us. Okay. Now we're going to go into lightning pose. If you're doing thunder, you need to do lightning. So obviously we've done the thunderbolt pose. We've gone through hero and butterfly. Now we're going to go into lightning. If you come back up onto your hands and knees, I'm going to stay facing this way just so you can see what I'm doing with my arms and legs. And we're going to be up. So again, if you need a cushion underneath your feet to help with any pressures, that's fine. From this position, so your legs have got a good angle going on there. Take the left leg out to the side and have your left foot pointing towards the long end of your mat. Okay? And then try and have it so that your sole of your foot is on the floor. Now, if this position feels tight in your back or your thigh or you can't do it, just release that leg a little bit and bend it, and that will take the pressure off the foot. That'll take the pressure off here. Or if you've got enough blocks and cushions, you can just support your leg just above the knee, and that really takes again the pressure off. Or just straighten your foot out and that will take the pressure off. But if you're okay here, this is where we are. We're going to take our left hand, palm facing up, and rest it just on the outer edge of our knee. And then the right arm can inhale, bring it up and over, and our palms are going to be facing each other. So we're going to go up, over, our palms are going to be facing. And you're going to try to get them as in line as you can, whilst keeping this twist going on. stay here, just focus on the breathing. Relax it down. Bring this leg back in. We're going to go the other side. So just ease out your back if you need to. Toe that out like this, behind you. Take the right leg out. Foot facing top edge of your mat if you can, or away from you. You've got your block, whatever you need. Trying to keep our hips square. Right palm over the knee. So already we're going to have a little bit of a bend going on. Left arm. Breathe in. Up and over. Really stretch. Trying to keep this square with the front of the mat. Focus on that breathing. Do you remember the 3-part breathing that we did previously? You can actually employ that during your practice. So when you're in asana, so when you're in poses that are difficult, you can focus on that 3-part breathing, and that actually helps to distract the mind from the pose onto the breathing, and that allows you to get probably a bit deeper into some of the poses, or not to notice the passage of time as much, which is probably more important when you're not in the classroom setting, because in the classroom setting you'd have music, you'd have other people talking, you'd have the teacher walking around, so you'd notice the passage of time less. You actually hold poses for a lot longer than you think you do. Okay, relax that arm down, bring yourself back up, bring that knee in. We're just going to fold over. Okay. Again, coming back to sitting on your knees. I'm going to put the cushion underneath mine, partly because I'm on the floor as well now, not on my mat. So coming back, feet are together, knees are together, thighs are together. We're going to stay with the left leg bent. We're going to bring the right leg out in front of us. I'm just going to swing that round. And when you sit back down, try and sit so that your foot is tucked underneath your buttocks. We're going to stay nice and tall. We're going to keep the foot engaged. So you're lifting those toes up, you're bringing that foot towards you. We're not stretching it away, we're not bringing it in towards us. So we're holding it there. We're just going to relax our arms down by our side. Now, if this is too much in the legs, relax that one. You can either drop it to the side or you can bring it and bend the knee. This will put a bit more pressure on your buttocks, so you might need a cushion underneath. You could even have a block and just kind of lean, or block on either side and lean. If you are okay, this is where we are. Then we're going to fold forward. And we're going to attempt to touch the toes in this position. Now this is going to be, again, really strong. So see how far you can get. If you can get any bend, that's fine. If it feels too much along the leg, just stay here, nice and tall. Just work on your breathing while we go through this next step. So if you can bend, pull back, tailbone is kicked out. You're going to lean over with the hips, so you should start to feel that pulling all the way down the back of the leg. We're going to lean over and grab our toes. Now you don't have to be able to do it with both hands. One is enough. But if you can get it, I'm just going to hold this here just for a couple of breaths. Okay, from this position, we're going to bring ourselves back up and bring this foot with us. Take hold of that foot, and if you can balance, we're going to, I can't balance on the cushion, we're going to hold our foot here. That's in front of us. Now, if you are still just here, or you're here and that's all you can do, again, that's fine. Oh, I'm going to have to move this cushion. But if not, then your leg up like this. Hello, Pooch. I'm trying to keep our back as straight as we can. Okay, relax that one down. Bring it up so you're into seated. Oh, stretch this leg. Stretch that foot out. Been under there for a while. Okay, gonna go and do the other side. So, feet back on. This time, I'm gonna stay on the right, take the left out. So you're gonna swing that leg out. I'm gonna sit down on that right leg. And again, if it feels too much in the knees or in this leg, you can have blocks either side. You can have a block under your buttocks. You can have your foot up like this, whichever makes it easier for you to do it. Just gonna relax those arms by the side of us. Just get our balance. I wish you could see Willow right now. She's doing her own yoga poses on the sofa. Making sure we're keeping that foot engaged. Back is nice and tall. Okay, and then we're going to lean over. So remember, when you go up, you're inhaling. And when you're going down, unless otherwise told to, you're exhaling. So as we lean over, you can exhale and just take the toe. So, take hold of your toe if you can. Focus on that breathing. Okay, from here we're going to bring our body back up. I'm going to lift this leg up. Fall again. And yes, I'm going to bring it in front of us. Now I'm probably not sat on my leg as I should be, but it keeps moving under the cushion underneath me. Now you could also, what I meant to say on the other side, sorry, if it's too much, you could also get your strap and hold that up if you can't do it the other way. Today is not the day. I can't get my balance. Right, if you've been in that position, you can come out of that position now and then just stretch your other leg. Oh, I just can't get my balance, sorry. I have to work on that one in my own time. So stretch out those legs. Okay. And take the legs back underneath us. So I'm going to come onto my side this time so you can see me. So taking the legs back underneath us, we're going to come up. We're going to go into a half camel. So we're going to lean backwards, take hold of our foot. Now if you can do a full camel, here, then that's fine, be there. But if it's just a half, just raise the other arm. Your left arm is up, your right arm is down. And try and twist your body backwards. So the arch is actually in your back, and I've got a looser top on, but the arch is in the back. Or you're both, whichever one. So from here, if you need, you can have a block to do it on. That's not a problem. If it's still too much, you can always take the strap put it under your ankles and then just pull yourself backwards like that. As you work down, you're actually getting closer to your feet anyway. I mean, you might only be here, and that's absolutely fine. But if you are all the way down, then that's good. Okay, come out of that one. We're going to take it into a little bit of a side bend. So we're going to take, I'm going to face this way now. Actually, before we do that, if you only did one side and not the other, if you just take the other side in the half camel, if that's what you were doing, just for 5 breaths. I'll just get myself organised, give you a chance to do that. So we're going to go, don't forget, you're just going to go the opposite way. So if you had your left arm up, your left arm behind you, and the right arm up. If you had both, you get a very short respite while we let everyone catch up. Obviously, if you watch this again, you can always just pause it and do them both sides. That's what you need to do. Okay, so hopefully you've been and done your 5. So we're going to come back up onto our knees. Again, I'm going to move back so you can see me. We're going to take, like I said, a bit of a side bend. So side, half camel with a side bend. We're going to drop one arm down to our foot. So I'm doing my right side. And I'm going to take my left foot and point it out away from me. I'm going to take left arm and point it out away from me. So I'm opening up here. You can't see my foot. Everything pointing away. And on my right side, I'm actually holding on to the heel of my foot. And I'm going to look down to the heel that I'm holding on to. I'm going to look to my right. Now this is quite strong on the knees. So again, if you need a cushion underneath your knees, or if instead of being all the way down, you just have a block here and you hold yourself out, that's fine. Or even a block under your knee if you need to, that's not a problem. If you can, hold on. Straightening those hips, everything's pointing away. A couple more breaths here. Bring that back. So you're going to come up, bring your leg back in. You're going to go the other way. So, in this position, I'm going to drop back, hold on to your heel. I'll take your right foot out this time. Bring that away from you. Your right arm out, placing that away from you. Twisting your hips up. Then you're going to look down towards the left heel. Now if you've got any pinching in the back, don't stay in this position. And back up. Bring that leg back in. Oh, just relax back down. Now we're going to actually go on to our buttocks this time. We're going to cross the legs over. So it's still a little bit of a stretch on the knees. So if, again, you're really feeling it, don't have the legs bent, just you can kind of have them out in front of you. Main focus is the arm for the next bits. But sorry, I don't know, my computer going mad. But if you can, you're going to bend those legs. So bring the right over the left. Your knees like this, your legs in this position. Gonna sit up tall so you'll feel that stretch. Now again, this is another one. If you need a block, just pop it underneath the buttocks, and that will lift you up. That actually makes it easier to get that straight back. Gives you kind of an elevated position, and it takes the stretch off of your thighs, especially the right, because this one will get on the outer aspects, it will get more of a stretch. But if you are okay on the floor, you're not sitting on your left foot, you're sitting on the floor, you're keeping yourself as tall as you can, and we're going to bring our arms in, so we're bringing ourselves into eagle. We're going to cross over, so left is underneath, right is on the top. Now you might be here, and that's fine. You can get round. Got a difference in the colour of my underarm. Okay. And then we're going to lift our elbows up, push the beak forward, just drop your head into the little gap that kind of appears between your chest and your elbows, remembering to keep that back nice and tall. Now if you're here, you can either stay here, or you can just lean forward, or you can just be like this. Just lift those elbows up. Okay, release your arms down. We're going to take our strap. Now you might be able to do this without your strap. If you can, brilliant. If you can't, equally brilliant. We're going to take our left arm behind us so that it's at the bottom. And we're going to take the right hand over the top. And what we're going to try and do is get our hands to meet behind us so we can hold on like this, but obviously behind us. It's been a very long time since I've been able to do this, just because of my shoulder, so I always use a strap now, and that's fine. That's what these are here to help us do. So the way that I do it is I get my arm on, and I take my arms behind me, and I lift, pull up my bottom arm, so in this case my left, and then I start to wrap the strap around my right. And then work my way down. Now what you want to do is try and keep your arms out. So your elbows are out and going down. And you're just holding it there. You don't want to be forward, like this. You do need your head up, like this. Now again, this is one of those poses that if you're actually in a studio, it'd be easier for the teacher to help you. But it's quite difficult when you're doing it from home. So I would really advocate using the strap. Okay, we're going to relax those arms because it's not going to be in there too long. Oh, it's quite intense on the bottom one. I'm just going to uncurl the legs. As we're going around, give yourself a hug because we're going to go the other way. So just hold them in. And this time, your left leg is going to go over the top. So right leg underneath, left leg over the top. Sometimes you need to come up, sort your legs out, sit back down. Again, if you need to go on the block or cushions, whatever you need, that's fine. So we're in this position. I'm going to do the arms first. So this time, your right arm is underneath. So basically it goes the same way as your legs. So you're going to bring the right arm underneath. Remember, you can be like this, and that's fine. Just elbows up, moving forward. Or you can do your double wrap, elbows up, feet down, and just drop your head into that gap that you've created. Focus on your breathing. Now remember, you need to keep your, try and keep your shoulders as down as you can, and your tailbone sticking out. So you're sitting up tall, you're not slouching down, you're nice and tall. Should be a gap here. You're going to have to engage your core and your back to, really keep yourself up high. Untwist your arms. Take hold of your strap. And remember, we're going to have the right and bottom this time. So, however you can do it. So we're going to take that arm behind us. So the back of your hand will be against your back. But you're going to try and keep yourself tall and strong. Now, obviously, if you've got your legs crossed and it's a bit difficult and you feel like you can't keep yourself tall, that's fine. You can just uncross your legs if you want to, put them into butterfly pose. I should have probably told you that the other way around. Now you can move your head while you're getting your hands into position. Now I've got much more give this way round than I do the other way round. I don't know why. So I can get them a bit further on my back. And just relax my head. Once you've got your hands in position, I'll send a picture into the group chat of what it looks like from behind. But once you get your hands in position, then you just make sure that your head is back and relaxed because you're tall and your shoulders are back. So you're really opening up. You're having to engage your back and your stomach, but also your thighs to keep you up here, to keep you nice and tall. Okay. Relax your arms down. Just going to take one more side bend, and then we're going to go into child's pose and then Shavasana. So with the left leg on the top, just uncurl that. Push that out to the side. And then from here, I'm going to lift this arm up, palm down. Just going to bend towards those toes. So you're pointing your toes away from you like ballerina toes. Trying to keep your hips as square as you can. Just bend here. You can have your head up, have it that way, whichever works for you. Just push the shoulders back and down. This is like a split eagle. Okay, relax. Just going to swap the leg round. Facing back. Into that way. This arm down. Try and keep the shoulders back. This arm out. Ooh, I'm not breathing. Relax the arms down. Bring your leg back in. Just come up to all fours. You can either keep your toes tucked and drop down, or you can untuck your toes and drop down. You can have your hands here or here. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. I'm going to go this way today. Just steady your breath and slow it right down. So you might need to breathe in, hold that breath for a second or two, and then breathe out. Try and match your in breath and your out breath so they're both the same length. See how that feels. I'm just going to be here for another 10 breaths. Very apt thunder. Right. While I sort my dog out, this position, Willow, for this position, just go into Shavasana. Come on. So get your cushions, get your blankets. Get yourself ready for Shavasana. Lay it down. Get nice and cozy. You might want something underneath the knees or underneath your feet. You might want something underneath the small of your back or your hips just to, really help with the balance. And do you remember I was saying, I still don't have them, but do you remember I was saying, like you can get, there's a lot of practice around the hips, you can get weighted, these are quite heavy cushions, but you can get weighted pillows. They feel like bean bags, and you just sit them on an area when you're relaxing, and that added weight just helps you to relax and be comfortable. So from here, close your eyes. Focus on that breathing. Now I want you to imagine a white light. And this white light is traveling through your body. And as it travels through your body, it's picking out any areas that may feel tension or sore or tiredness. It's just helping you to identify those areas. Starting from the top of your head, use this light to guide you to any areas that have tension, stress, pain. And as the light is travelling down and through the body, you're sweeping that tension away. Do this again, starting from the top, sweep through. And I want you to do this a third time. And when you do this from the last time, just imagine all of the tension, all of the stress, any aches and pains have been completely swept out of the body by this light. Now I want you to take 3 deep breaths. So deep that your stomach lifts. It almost feels like you're expanding your stomach so much that it actually hurts a little. And then you're going to hold that just for a second. And then you're going to let it out slowly. I want you to do that 3 times. Allow the breath to return to normal. slowly becoming aware of your body. Wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingers. And slowly bring those knees up to meet the chest. Roll over onto our side. Pop your hands under the cheek. Take a few breaths here. With your eyes closed, we're just going to come back up to seated. Palms together, thumbs to your heart center. Pop a smile on your face. Slowly blink your eyes open. So from my heart to yours, namaste. Sorry about Willow barking, but at that particular moment, the thunderstorm decided it was going to get close and crack overhead. And I don't know if you've heard the other bits of thunder that have been happening. So I'm going to go before she starts again. But thank you so much for coming and bearing with me, not being able to get my poses and balance and anyway, beginners, one beginner to another beginner. I love you all. Bye bye.